All right, we're here with Coach White, head football coach for the Trumann Wildcats. Ask him a few questions. Where's your team at so far?
Well, I tell you, Lee, they've been working really hard. We've had a few bad days, but that's to be expected when you've had 3 or 4 weeks of two-a-days and you're tired of hitting each other, and you get out there and that 100-degree heat and everybody's puking and throwing up, and that's pretty tough. But they've done pretty good. I think we're a little bit out of shape right now. We got to get in a little bit better shape. We had a good scrimmage the other night. I was really proud of the defense, the way they flew around, hit people. We got to do a better job of running backs, of following their blockers and doing some things. But overall, right now, I think we're in pretty good shape.
What are your expectations this year?
Well, expectations, at Trumann are always pretty high. We're expecting to have a pretty good football team. We got some good talent on this team, and I think, knock on wood, if nothing bad happens, we don't have any injuries, we have a chance to compete for a conference championship, and that's our expectation right there.
Well, that's good. You got any good strengths this year?
Well, the strengths of our football team, obviously, when you watch us, will be our offensive line. We have 4 returning starters back, so our offensive line is definitely going to be a strength. All these guys bench press over 300 pounds.
What's their names?
Starting at left tackle will be Lee Forbes. He's a 2-year starter for us. Left guard is Tony Cudell Chapel. He'll be the one that's filling in from last year. I mean, he didn't start much last year, but he's doing a really good job. Did a really good job in the scrimmage. Have another 2-way starter at center, B.J. Carter. Could also see some time at fullback in the wishbone. We don't really know yet. Good defensive player too. We've got right guard Tony Harris, just a junior, started for us last year. Expect big things out of him. And right tackle Sebastian Fuentes, also started last year as a sophomore. So I'd say offensive line, definitely one of our strengths, probably the strength of our football team, coupled with the fact that we have a really good quarterback coming back. But I'd say the quarterback position and then our offensive line is definitely the 2 strengths of our football team.
That's good. What about your weaknesses?
Weaknesses, and you hate to ever tag any kind of weakness on your football team, but I'd say right now the weakness mainly would just be our numbers. We have so many kids that are going to have to play both ways. They're going to have to be in shape, and then you look at the other teams in our conference. Have a lot of players, 50, 60, 70. Pocahontas has 90. So they have the luxury of playing one team on offense, one team on defense. So I'd say our main weakness is just our numbers. We're going to have to be in shape. Also our running back position, and not from the fact the guys aren't skilled, but it's just they haven't had any any playing experience really. We had 3 really good running backs last year that graduated, so we have 2 this year that didn't get a lot of playing time, but I think they'll be able to step in and do the job.
Now talking about the conference again, you had a pretty tough conference this year like always.
If you can just about ask any coach in the state, and if they're going to label a conference, they'll look at our conference, which is a 3-4A, and from top to bottom there's not a tougher conference in the state. You've got traditional powerhouses, Newport and Osceola, that are always going to be there strictly because they have talent year in, year out. And then that leaves Trumann, Gosnell, Highland, Pocahontas, and Valley View, 5 teams fighting for 2 playoff spots. And we were fortunate enough last year to get one, and we want to get one of those top 2 this year. We want to get a home playoff game. I think that's going to be one of our goals for our seniors, to get a home playoff game, and that way we get to sleep in our own beds, don't have to worry about getting up. Everything good will happen if we can get that home playoff game. And I think if these guys get their heads together and come together as a team, I think we can do that.
All right. Coach White, thank you for your time, and good luck this season.
Thank you, guys.